I know I already made a couple of videos saying we're so fucked, or the PC market is going to crash and we'll never recover from this. Well, that's genuinely my bad. But to be honest, I don't think the component shortages will be that bad. And why? Well, the reasons why might be more obvious than you might think. Now, before we begin, did you know that 99.99% of the people watching this is not subscribed yet? So, if you're the people who's not subscribed yet, then it would be really cool if you hit the subscribe button. And also leave a like to the channel because it's free and it helps out a ton. So, why would the PC market be okay? Well, firstly, I mean, who really buys PC components like it's an everyday need or something? I mean, if it was potato prices skyrocketing, then it would be more terrifying because, firstly, I love potato. French fries, mashed potatoes, hash browns, all that, but fucking RAM? I mean, I guess if you happen to just have the urge to build a new PC or upgrade some components, then maybe, yeah, you're kinda screwed. If you happen to just build PCs before all this happened, then it doesn't really matter for you, right? Especially when everything you already wanted is already there. Now, don't get me wrong, there are people who are actually gonna feel this. System integrators, those small PC building businesses, smaller content creators who reviews parts, or if your power supply just suddenly exploded or your motherboard just decided to give up. You can't exactly just wait it out. But for most people sitting at home with a working PC, you'll be just fine. Your 5600X isn't suddenly gonna stop working because tariffs exist. But let's talk about why this isn't gonna be like 2020 all over again. Because that's what everyone's actually worried about. Remember that nightmare? Where you can find a GPU with an affordable price anywhere. That was the perfect storm of bullshit pandemic supply chain collapse. Everyone suddenly working from home and needing computers, and crypto mining going absolutely insane. Ethereum was like printing money and people were buying every GPU in existence to mine with. But right now, we don't have that. Crypto's kinda crashed and isn't driving the same demand than it was back then. Ethereum moved to proof of stake, so GPU mining isn't really a thing anymore for big coins. The supply chains have actually recovered and adapted since 2020. Chip manufacturers like TSMC and Samsung have expanded their production capacity. We're not dealing with factories shutting down because of COVID protocols anymore, and companies learned from that mess. Now, they're holding more inventory and they've diversified suppliers. They're not operating on razor-thin, just-in-time manufacturing model that collapsed the second something went wrong. But yeah, the tariff situation is real. Depending on where things land, you might see prices increase on certain components, especially for components manufactured in China, but that's different from shortages. It's more because of politics. You'll be able to buy stuff, it just might cost more, which sucks, don't get me wrong, but it's not the same as literally not being able to find graphics card for 6 months. And also because I don't think this AI craze will be going on for that much longer now. Have you seen what people have been talking about? How all this AI shit is just a massive bubble, like it's about to pop already? Well, if it does pop, then you'll see component prices just absolutely fall down, believe me. Well, tech companies are buying up GPUs and chips like crazy right now for AI data centers and training models, driving up demand for high-end silicon. Nvidia's H100s are going for tens of thousands of dollars because every company wants to say they're doing AI. But the thing is, a lot of these AI investments aren't actually making any money yet. Companies are burning billions on infrastructure, hoping it'll pay off eventually. And investors are starting to ask questions. If that AI bubble bursts, suddenly all these AI companies aren't panic buying every chip they get their hands on. The supply that's going to data centers flood back into consumer market. After that, we'll have prices drops, then availability improves. Also, there's gonna be more than enough silicon to go around. But even then, we have the used market. We have eBay, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, Java, shit ton of places you can find used PC parts. And the used market had gotten so much better than it used to be. Like, eBay has an actual buyer protection now. PayPal covers you if something shows up broken, and Facebook Marketplace has ratings and review systems. So sellers know that they need to maintain reputation or nobody's gonna buy from them. And it's not like the sketchy Craigslist days where you'd meet some dude in a parking lot and hope they didn't sell you a broken motherboard and disappear out of existence. And certain components holds their value really well even when used, CPUs especially. I used 5800X3D and a 7800X3D is basically the same as getting a new one because there's no moving parts. You know, nothing to wear out. GPUs are thicker because you don't know if they were mining 24/7. But if you're buying from someone with good ratings, someone who shows you timestamps and benchmarks, then you're probably fine. Used cases, coolers, and even monitors are all perfectly good buys if the price is right. Now, yeah, there's stuff you probably don't want to buy used. Power supplies are the big one because if that fails, it can take your entire system with it. Storage, especially SSDs, because they have limited write cycles, and yeah, there's always gonna be a chance of you maybe getting scammed or the product showing up DOA or meeting up locally and getting robbed or you get abducted or whatever. But if you're smart about it, then the used marketplace is absolutely viable. It's cheap and it's just like a no-brainer when you think about it. And if you have older PC parts that you don't use anymore, you can sell those too. I mean, it's better than having your old parts just lying around in a storage box to rust and throw in a dumpster. And honestly, if you already have a PC that works, just stretch it longer. You don't need to upgrade every generation. That 3060 or that 6700 XT you bought 2 years ago, that still handles 1080p gaming like a beast. Your Ryzen 5600 or that i5 12th gen, it's not holding you back for shit. Well, unless you're doing some serious productivity work. But still absolutely excellent. And if your case is looking very dirty, just freaking clean it. Your temps are running too hot, just reapply thermal paste. And if you're constantly maxing out your RAM usage, you can just delete some bloatware you installed, you f***ing geezer, so that you can squeeze more life out of your current hardware than you think. The people telling you that you need to upgrade every year are either sponsored or they're just cloud chasers, or maybe people who needs to find a good financial advisor. Most people can go 3, 4, even 5 years on the same system without issues. Heck, there's still some people running 1080 Ti's from 2017 and are doing just fine. Obviously, if you're trying to play everything maxed out at 4K with ray tracing, then yeah, you're gonna need newer hardware. But if you're just a normal person with normal standards thinking, does it run the games I want to play at settings I'm happy with, then you're absolutely good for a while. Here's what you should actually do if you're thinking about building or upgrading right now. If you need to build now, then build now. Don't try to time the market perfectly because you might just end up waiting forever. Prices might go up a bit, but they might not, and you'll have to spend months without a working PC, waiting for a deal that might never come. If your current stuff just works fine and you're just itching to upgrade because of that new shiny thing, then just calm yourself down and wait. See how prices actually shake out over the next few months. Check the used market regularly because deals pop up when people upgrade and offload their old stuff. If you're building, prioritize the stuff that matters. Spend your money on things you should actually upgrade, like maybe getting rid of the bottleneck on your PC, if you have one. You know, just buy what you need, man. Look, the market has been through worse. We survived the 2011 Thailand flood that killed hard drive supplies. We survived the RAM price fixing scandals. We survived the crypto boom and the pandemic shortage. The market always recovers because there's too much money in it for it not to. Companies want to sell you stuff and they'll figure out how to get it to you. Price normalizes, supplies catches up, and everyone forgets about the shortage until the next one. And this isn't me saying that everything is perfect or there's nothing to worry about right now. But if you're in the industry or you absolutely need new components right now, then yeah, it might be rough for a bit. But for the average person with a working PC who just wants to know if they should panic, then no, you shouldn't. The market will be just fine. Just don't do anything stupid like panic buying a GPU. The PC market isn't fragile. It's been around decades and it'll be around for decades more. Just chill out, check the used markets, wait for actual deals, and stop doom scrolling Reddit threads about tariffs. You'll be alright. Anyways, wanna know why not much people are buying Intel CPUs anymore? Well, click here. And if you wanna see more videos similar to this, then subscribe. Please. Anyways, that's all about it. I'll see you soon.